Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Excellency the Prime Minister of Canada expresses his country's gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan on the good efforts exerted to help freeing the Canadian doctor. The Council of Ministers stresses the Sultanate continues its development program to safeguard economic stability, taking into account the social dimension. Upon royal orders of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and in coordination with Yemeni parties, the Sultan helps finding a missing French citizen in Yemen. And the Public Authority for Consumer Protection apprehends expatriate workers who manufacture fake fragrances from sawdust. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received a phone call from His Excellency Justin Pierre James Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, as he expresses his gratitude and appreciation towards His Majesty the Sultan and the Sultanate on the good efforts exerted to help freeing Dr. Homer Hotvar. He also stressed that the good endeavours exerted by the Sultanate on these arenas are appreciated by all. On his part, His Highness expressed the Sultan's keenness to support the friendship relation with Canada to serve the interest of both countries. The Council of Ministers in its session, which held today, reviewed the financial and economic situations on the state since the beginning of the year 2016 until today. The visual show was presented by the concerned bodies that discussed the exerted efforts for facing economic developments at the international level. The visual show also clarified that the financial and economic situation of the Sultanate at a stable general and is taking adequate steps to update with the Sultanate's continuous its development program to safeguard economic stability, taking into account the social dimensions and finding an attractive atmosphere for investment opportunities. In addition to enhance the partnership with private sector and to support small and medium-sized enterprises, the Council appreciated the efforts exerted by the concerned bodies in dealing with the changes in the international arena. The Council of Ministers stressed that they follow up the developments in the country which are being implemented by royal orders of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Upon royal orders of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to fulfill the French government's request in helping to know the fate of the French citizen Nouran Hawass, who was missing in Yemen since last December, the bodies concerned in the Sultanate, in coordination with the Yemeni parties, were able to find the missing person and transferred her to the Sultanate in order to return her back to her country. The French citizen Nouran Hawass, in the statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, expressed her thanks and appreciation to the efforts exerted by the Sultanate under the leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos for freeing her.
I would like, first of all, to thank His Majesty the Sultan because he is, the person who really managed and put all his efforts to release me. And also I would like to thank also both of my governments, the French government and the Tunisian government, for their efforts, and also the committee of the International Committee of the Red Cross for their efforts also to participate and to contribute to my release. I'm very, very happy to have been released and to be with you in Oman.
The Public Authority for Consumer Protection apprehended expatriate workers who manufacture fragrances from sawdust in conditions not conforming to health standards and not showing any data of product. They add petroleum substances to change the color in addition to sugar and types of perfume mixed in large pots. Then they fill the fake fragrances in different sizes containers and paste it with well-known trade brands printed in an Asian country, and then distribute it to most markets located in Matra and other markets in the Sultanate. More than 130 bags, 721 containers, 13 gallons of petroleum substances were seized, and legal procedures will be undertaken. An awareness campaign on the risks of electronic blackmail was organized by the Information Technology Authority in cooperation with Telecommunications Regulatory Authority, Public Prosecution and Royal Oman Police. The campaign aims at raising awareness on risk electronic blackmail and encouraging the blackmailed victims to inform the concerned agencies, as well as spreading awareness on legal aspects that criminalize this act. Social media platforms will be activated in addition to providing visual, audiovisual and print media in order to reach various categories of the society. Aiming to upgrade consumer service standards through awareness and training, coinciding with the Consumer Service Global Wilk works on third annual conference for upgrading services in public and private sectors commenced. More than 130 participants from different government and private sectors in the Sultanate are taking part in the conference entitled "Good Service is Good Business." The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Highness Sayyid Mohammed bin Thuwaini Al Saeed. The conference discussed many aspects through 6 sessions, mainly self-respect, override expectations, care and empowerment. Successful experiences in various sectors are displayed during the session. The training national manpower is one of the goals of the development plans in the Sultanate through the cooperation and partnership among various sectors. In this regard, the National Goals Program, which is sponsored by Petroleum Development Oman PDO, came to qualify the Omani youth as well as to increase the percentage of Omanization. The program targeted around 2,000 citizens, including those who finished their general diploma studies, in addition to graduates of colleges and universities. The program trains the citizens on welding, excavation, mechanics, and as well dealing with electronic. It came to implement the Future Vision Oman 2020, which focuses on employment of 80% of the national manpower. The training period will be around 18 months, where the trainees will receive an international certificate approved by the Ministry of Manpower. Still to come in our news bulletin. Design Forum 2016 showcases a number of means and modern techniques in designing field. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Ministry of Transport and Communication stressed that the service level classification of the new Muscat International Airport project will be at the level of the optimum airports according to the new classification of the International Air Transport Association IATA. The ministry announced that this classification, the airport's observed capacity will automatically increase from 12 million to 20 million passengers annually, without any changes on the current terminal. terminal building. The kind of classification is characterized by maintaining high level of service and providing the space that allows passenger great comfort. It will also enhance to cover the operating expenses and achieve greater economic returns through the increase of traveler numbers and air cargo. The 11th edition of Muscat Securities Market MSM Forum began at the College of Economics and Political Science in Sultan Qaboos University today. The two-day forum is organized by MSM in collaboration with Sultan Qaboos University, represented by the College of Economics and Political Science. Activities of the forum includes educational exhibition for the participating entities and some corners devoted to activities of the students and the College of Economic and Political Science to showcase the best student experience in investment, as well as displaying researches related to the stock market sector. On the sidelines of the forum, a workshop will be organized on the financial analysis. The workshop aims to enable students to understand and explain method of calculating financial statements, as well as enabling them to link that what they learn in the curricula with the practical side of the workshop. Government and private institutions and brokerage firms operating in the field of securities will take part in the forum. Within the aim to produce the latest medical developments in heart diseases, the Directorate General for Specialized Medical Care, in cooperation with Oman Heart Association, organized an open day. The event came coinciding with the celebration of World Day, which falls on 29th of September every year. Various awareness activities were introduced during the ceremony, in which those in charge of the event stressed the importance of periodical checkups for those who are over 40 years old. The event also aimed at acquainting the public with the risks of the disease. The activities also focused on prevention factors such as regular checkups, sports, and balanced food intake. The technical committee concerned about financial interim for urban planning held a meeting at General Diwan of the Ministry of Housing. The meeting discussed 53 topics in the Governorate of Muscat, topped by issues related to use changes requests in order to take suitable decisions towards them. The committee specialized by the review and approve urban planning according to the specific law and regulations, in addition to deciding all current and future requests related to use, change, and height until approving the national strategy for urban development. Within the framework of annual introductory visits of the graduating batch of Command and Staff College, the affiliates of the 30th round in the Command and Staff College of Sultan Armed Forces paid a visit to the office of the Minister of State and Governor of Dhofar. During the meeting, visual shows were presented on the role of the office in development field, as well as tourism in the Governorate of Dhofar. The Design Forum 2016 was opened today at the conference hall at Sultan Qaboos University under the auspices of His Excellency Ali bin Khalfan Al Jabri, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Information. The activities of the forum included screening a documentary on design, a lecture on infographics and their importance of education were presented. It also focused on infographics and their history as symbols used before 3000 BC. In conclusion, the winner students of the Design Forum competition and the speakers at the workshop were honored. Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over most of the northern governorates, including Dhofar and Worcester, with chances of clouds accumulation and scattered rains over Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northwesterly light to moderate over the coast of the Sea of Oman, while the coast of the Arabian Sea, it will be southwesterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight to moderate along the Arabian Sea and Sea of Oman, with a maximum wave height of 1.5 meters. Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Excellency the Prime Minister of Canada expresses his country's gratitude and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan on the good efforts exerted to help freeing the Canadian doctor. The Council of Ministers stresses the Sultanate continues its development program to safeguard economic stability, taking into account the social dimension. Upon royal orders of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and in coordination with Yemeni parties, the Sultanate helps finding a missing French citizen in Yemen. And the Public Authority for Consumer Protection apprehends expatriate workers who manufacture fake fragrances from sawdust. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.